Welcome. We still proceed with this morning show right here on Good Morning Kenya. Now, let's shift gears into matters concerning Kitui County on this fine morning. Now, Kitui County, let me bring up my full screen here. It is located towards the eastern side of Nairobi. This is just a map of how Kitui County is. You can see there Kitui itself. We have Mwingi. We have towards the southern side, we have South Kitui National Reserve, Mutomo, Ikuda. Now, let me move to the next place now. Kitui County Governor is none other than His Excellency Dr. Julius Makau Malombe. Now, this is a man, ladies and gentlemen, who was actually the first governor of Kitui. Now, he is back with yet another target of taking Kitui County to the next level. That is the governor of Kitui County, Dr. Julius Makau Malombe. Now, what are some of the details concerning Kitui County that you need to know? I'm looking at this particular data, looking at the population. We have a population of around 1,147,200 people in Kitui County. And in terms of males, we have around 602,000, and female are slightly above 545,000. On the right of your screen, that is a map of Kitui. On the right of the screen. Now you can see Kitui Central, Kitui East, Rural, South, West, Mwingi Central, Mwingi North, Mwingi West, and Savo East National Park. That is Kitui County. It is located, remember as I mentioned earlier, 170 kilometers to the southeast of Nairobi City, an area of over 30,000 kilometers square. That is Kitui County. The borders here, we include Tharaka Nithi and Meru to the north, Embu counties to the northwest, Machakos and Makueni to the west, Tana River to the east and southeast, and we have Taita Taveta to the south of Kitui County. Now, you may wonder, why are we talking about Kitui County this fine morning? Well, this is because today, County Watch is back, and we want to focus on Kitui County. As we know it, counties have been struggling to boost their own source of revenue, to top up the revenue share by the national government and fund their development and recurrent expenditure. A report that was released by the Controller of Budget, that is Margaret Nyakango, it shows that Mombasa, Narok, and Kiambu and Machakos counties have surpassed their collection targets. And what about Kitui? Well, Kitui, Narok, Vihiga, and Baringo are among the top 5 counties that are in the category that have been ranked based on how they have improved on their revenue collection systems, doubling their collection compared to the previous years. Kitui County has improved when it comes to revenue allocation. Well, what are the counties that have not done quite well in this particular report? Nyamira, Nakuru, Kajiado, and Makueni form the cluster of poorly performing counties at the bottom of the list in terms of revenue collection. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's focus on Kitui County this fine Tuesday morning. I am joined in studio by none other than CPA Stephen Mbaya Kimwele. He is the CEC, or the County Minister for Agriculture and Livestock, that is in Kitui County. Bwana CPA, karibu sana. Welcome to the program.
Thank you, Ram.
And it's a pleasure. How is Kitui County doing?
Kitui County are doing well.
You're doing well.
We thank God.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Aguko. This is County Watch. County Watch starts now. And even as we talk about what's concerning Kitui County, Bwana CPA, I'm looking at the state of affairs in Kitui. When it comes to revenue allocation, you have been given among the top 5 ranking counties. Tell me something about that. How did you manage to get to that particular position as Kitui County?
Thank you, Mr. Ram. First is to greet the viewers of KBC, and good morning. My name is Stephen. I'm the County Executive Committee member in charge of agriculture and livestock. There are several factors which has contributed to the performance of our revenue collection. One is when His Excellency the Governor, Dr. Julius Malombe, was elected, that one gave the people confidence to invest and to pay the fees and rates at the county level. That was number one.
Yes.
The confidence instilled to the people of Kitui. The other thing is His Excellency the Governor, since when he came in back after he had been given sabbatical leave, there are some things we have been able to do. And some of the things is, of course, being the Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock, we work as a team with other ministries, the Ministry of Finance and Economic Planning. And one of the things we've been able to do is, as ministries, we have been able to sit down and then we have identified the revenue streams for our respective ministries. And we came up with this own source revenue.
All right.
And as you can see, the last 5 months, the last 9 months, according to the control of budget, you've seen we were ranked number 1 in terms of performing in terms of revenue collection at 84%, followed by Kirinyaga at 80% and Sabur at 70%.
That is in the previous ranking?
Yes, this is the previous ranking. And if you can just recall the other day when the governors were ranked amongst the best performing governors, His Excellency the Governor Dr. Julius Malombe was ranked number 1 amongst his peers across the country. And some of the strategies is we have seen on how we can try to automate to make sure that some payments are automated.
Right.
And we in a few days we are going also to roll up the Kitui County app, the Kitui County app, which will enable people to access our services online without struggling.
For all members of Kitui County?
For all members of Kitui County.
Okay.
The other thing is on sealing loopholes on the revenue collection, making sure that revenue is collected and remitted, and avoiding the issue of cash, making sure that the money is paid directly to our bank accounts. And of course the leadership. You see, the leadership inspires. When we have the right leader at the top, and he's telling you this is the way to go, you have to toe the line. So one thing His Excellency the Governor is corrupt free. He doesn't tolerate corruption, and that's you see our revenue has been able to come up very, very fast within very short time.
All right. Thank you so much for that particular response. But now I'm looking at what you've said. There's ESCC, that is the Ethic and Anti-Corruption Commission Head of Corporate Affairs, Eric Ngumbi, said that some of the counties that we have are using private service providers that are in total control of revenue collection, and this is what is giving them a loophole to manage this collection of revenue. ESCC has cautioned the automation of revenue collection in counties. In addition to that, they have cautioned and they have said it is not entirely foolproof. You've mentioned you're using that particular system. How then are you ensuring that there is no corruption or there is no loophole that is there when you have automated or automation of revenue collection? And at the same time, what are you doing when it comes to these particular collection? Are you using also private service providers?
Yeah, sure. Sure, the system may not be foolproof, but you know the system is driven by human being.
Yes.
So the first is about the integrity of the human being. Whether you have the system or you don't have the system, whether you automate or you don't automate. the issue of corruption, something which is human driven. Therefore, what we are doing is first changing. Culture is hard to change, but the leadership can inspire the culture change. The first is about how, as individuals, as staff at the county level, what is our mission, what is our purpose, what is the leadership, what the direction is it giving. Therefore, yes, the issues of system and automation, yes. But as you well know, we are going digital, so we cannot run away from making some of these things, automating some of these things. But the thing is looking at the system we are using, the people at the background, and also the people who are collecting the revenue. Obviously, we can't go 100%, and we have not gone 100%, and we are in the process of trying to see whether we can digitalize some of our services. Therefore, what I can tell you is that it's about leadership, it's about individuals, and systems can be manipulated by people, but it's about what is our mission, what do we want to do for our people. So you've managed to take control over this system, although it is automated, you have full control over it, and it is not as easily manipulated. Yeah, we have been able to take care of that, and I've told you it's about what do you want as individuals. Right. Yeah. What about some counties are using private service providers for revenue collection? How are you managing it? Yeah, you see, with obviously some are collected by private sector, and some revenue collect themselves and make the payments. Therefore, we must have that partnership, that collaboration has to be there. And even when I'm talking of my account app, obviously we use Safaricom will be able to give us the platform. Right. Therefore, sometimes it's very hard to say we completely do away with the private sector. Some of these services are well given by the private sector. Because you must work with the people. Yes, sure. I love that. I know other counties are also taking notes from Kitui County. Yeah, sure. Yeah, and of course there are so many questions that we can talk about, but finally concerning this issue of revenue collection, Article 207 of the Constitution has stipulated that county revenue fund should receive all money that has been raised or received on behalf of the county government. What are you doing, and how are you ensuring that you meet this particular requirement? Yeah, sure. You see, it is not allowed to use the revenue at the source. It is not allowed. Yes. Therefore, we have made sure that all the monies are remitted as required by the law. And the issue of using money at the source is not tolerated. Therefore, we have complied with Aguko, and we are making sure that all other departments and everything is the people to the revenue officers collect the revenue as required. Yeah. And as I said, all other counties, take notes. All right. Thank you. Take notes. Wana CPA Stephen, I'm looking at your docket. You are the CEC, or the County Executive Committee member for the area of docket of agriculture and livestock. But ladies and gentlemen, just so you know, this wonderful individual here joining me on set contested for the position of MCA, Member of County Assembly for Kivo Ward, that is in Mwingi Central. Yes. Constituency. Yes. And now you are the Minister for the County Minister for Agriculture and Livestock. I'm looking at that transition. Help me understand that particular transition. What made you get into this particular area? I'm sure that in 2022 I contested area member of County Assembly of Kivo Ward on independent tickets. And at that time, my vision and my aim was to serve the people. That was the driving force. That I left where I was working and decided to come home and vie for this position. And my passion is to see uplift the standards of living of my people by disseminating the right knowledge, by offering the right leadership to transform. And that's why I got some objection, and some people were fighting me, telling me you're too educated.
You're too educated for this particular position.
For this particular position. Why do you want to come and consider for this small position? But what I was telling my people is that the member of county assemblies are important individuals when it comes to running affairs of the county government.
Yes.
They do the oversight, they represent the people, and they do the legislation. Therefore, we need informed people at these assemblies, and oversighting the county governments, the oversight, the money which is allocated, and the projects are being undertaken, and also legislation. You can legislate when you are not informed. And unfortunately, I didn't make it to clinch the seat. But fortunately, the governor, His Excellency Dr. Julius Malombe, saw my potential when we were going around campaigning, and he surprised me. I was surprised when because I had it on the social media, and the phone calls started streaming, and then I confirmed that I'd been nominated as county executive committee member in charge of agriculture and livestock, and something which excited me. And I knew that God has answered my prayers in different way, because my mission was to come and serve the people. Yes. Here I am, given a docket where I need to serve 8 sub-counties, a vast county, which is the 6th largest county in Kenya. Almost the size of Rwanda as a country. Therefore, I'm glad that I've been given this position, and I'm going to dedicate all my energy, all my mind, all my everything to make sure that I give what it takes to make sure that we transform the lives of farmers and the people of Kitui County.
Wow.
Thank you.
And still, I keep on wishing you the best when it comes to that particular docket.
Thank you.
You heard about it on social media?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, that time I was in the house, and the social media people started calling me. It was a surprise.
But congratulations on that particular role. And so far, I'm looking at some of the challenges that farmers are going through in Kitui. Still in connection with revenue collection. Most farmers in Kitui are complaining. They're suffering because insects swamped farms, destroying their crops, and most of their crops, because Kitui is semi-arid. Some of the crops we include cowpeas and green grams, which are actually drought tolerant. What are you doing to fight this menace, because it is harming and hurting our farmers?
Thank you. Our farmers have several challenges, but you are not sitting and watching. We are doing something as county government and the Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock. One, we have climate change, which is affecting almost the whole world, and the drought. And Kitui was hardly hit by drought. And we have put some mitigation measures. One is we have been able to give farmers certified seeds for free. That is green gram and cowpeas. As you know, Kitui County is arid and semi-arid area, and our rains are so erratic and not adequate to plant some crops like maize and beans. Therefore, we have taken measures to make sure that we cushion farmers against some of these devastating effects of drought. And one is giving them certified seeds. The other one is mechanization. We have tried to we are trying to repair all the tractors to make sure that the farmers get subsidized services. As you know, inputs are very expensive. A kg of green gram would go for 250, and a kg of cowpeas was going at 200 shillings. So that for a normal farmer, for somebody who's down there, that's expensive.
Also considering the economic times.
And the economic times, the money is not circulated. There's no money. Therefore, by coming in and giving them the free seeds, we see them boosting them. The other thing is on that service, to get a service to plow 1 acre of shamba, of shamba, it will cost around 3,000 to 5,000. But now we are giving them we are giving the farmers at 1,000 shillings. The other thing is the extension services. We have made sure that we empower the extension services. And His Excellency the Governor, in his manifesto, one thing he promised is to empower and capacity build the extension officers on the ground, because those are the people who interact with the farmers. And actually the farming is on the ground, is not done in the office or in the studio. Therefore, we are making sure that our extension officers are down there with our farmers, are getting in touch with their farmers, knowing their problems. We had locusts. We had the locust in division around 2019, 2021.
Yes.
And it really affected our area. And the first division was in Mwingi North and Mwingi Central.
But we still have insects even now. As we speak.
Even now we speak.
Yeah.
For instance, I'm telling you, this season we had a disease called aphid in Kamba. We call it Wuyu. There's that insect which affects cowpeas and green gum. It's dark in color. And when the crops are infected by this the disease, it can't produce. And you find that a liter or a quarter liter of insecticide would cost around 200 to 500 shillings. Therefore, we find that some of these insecticides are very expensive. Therefore, what we are doing, we are also subsidizing, also giving some few farmers some insecticide to spray with their crops. The other thing, also providing those advisory services, making sure that the farmers are advised on the right insecticide to use when it comes to the crop management. We have a very serious and elaborate program on the disease and pest control and post-harvest management, and we have trained and capacity built the farmers on how to maneuver. Because you find that a farmer will do very good initial stages of planting, but in between there are so many losses before the harvest.
All right, I am aware that within Utoni village, we have people who are smiling there, and the total number of people could be roughly over 4,000 residents of this particular village, because there was an earth dam called Karingo Earth Dam. Is that so?
Yeah.
Karingo Earth Dam.
Yes.
And you were there to commission it, built at a cost of 21 million shilling, of course, through funding of the World Bank.
Yes.
When I look at that, you are trying to address a particular problem.
Yes.
How is the county government of Kitui addressing issues concerning water?
Thank you.
And water shortage in the county?
Thank you. We'd appreciate that we have acute water shortage in Kitui County. And if you look at the 16 sector priority manifesto of His Excellency the Governor, number 1 was agriculture, number 2 was water. And the Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock and the Ministry of Water and Irrigation, we are working very closely, because we need to change the way we do things, moving from the conventional agriculture to innovative agriculture. And some of these things, we are telling the farmers, let's move from rain-fed agriculture to irrigated agriculture. And we have made serious steps towards this mission. One is making sure that we construct as many other dams, as many dams as possible, as many bores as possible, because in his governor's manifesto, he promised to have 1 mega dam in each sub-county.
Actually, I'm looking at what he promised. He said that he will populate the county with dams.
Yes.
Not just one.
Yes,
he said
dams.
He'll populate it with
dams. Yes. You have 1 mega one in each sub-county. We have medium dams in each ward. And we have even the sub-county, the other pans and the dams. Therefore, you find that this last month, I commissioned with the guidance of His Excellency 2 mega other dams, one in Mwingi North and the other one in Kitui Central. And the reason why, we need to promote actually with in collaboration with the World Bank, that is with NARIG, National Agricultural Rural Inclusive Project, which is supported by World Bank, and in collaboration with the county government. The reason why we are promoting these particular dams, to make sure that people are able to irrigate, they're able to do some plant some vegetables, they're able to get some maize, and this one will go along to eliminating the food insecurity and nutrition insecurity.
What about Mwingi North area like Seikuru?
Yes.
Those areas are quite dry.
Yes.
Yeah. How are you managing that particular?
And apart from that, we are constructing 60 sub dams in every ward. 60 sad dams in every ward. 60. We have 40 wards in Kitui County. So if you've talked of Sekuru and Kyuso, I've told you just the last month we commissioned Earthpan Dam in Mumone ward. A very big a dam which could serve around 4,000 people and serve livestock and be used for irrigation. Therefore, these sad dams will change lives because the sad dams will be able to retain water and people can use them to irrigate and give the water to livestock.
Right. Yeah. No problem. Bona CPA, I just need to wrap it up at this point in time. I know there are so many things we need to tackle, but that is scheduled for another day.
Yeah.
All right. But still, thank you so much for coming. I'm told time is not on our side, but we still have to wrap it up. But this has been County Watch. I was with CPA Stephen Mbaya, the County Minister for Agriculture and Livestock. Congratulations on this. And I know we are also waiting for your graduation.
Thank you, sir. And also we have agricultural show, which will be held on 27th to 29th of this month. So we welcome all the people to come and see agricultural show and trade fair.
Where will it be at?
At Kitui Ithokwe Showground.
Asante.
Karibuni sana.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Congratulations to Kitui County for performing well when it comes to county revenue collection. Well, that is what brings us to the end of this particular conversation right here on Good Morning Kenya, but we still continue with more in terms of our programming. My name is Aguko. This has been County Watch, Kitui County.